Hello Filipino! Welcome back to the show where we bring you alternative views on Filipino news. I think I gained weight over the holidays. Today's gonna be a short day, so we'll start off with our main topic. Former Philippine President Gloria Arroyo is on medical house arrest. A few weeks ago, she tried to leave the country, claiming that she was going for medical treatment in Singapore. She is currently suffering from a rare form of mineral bone disease. The Aquino administration is charging her with corruption, plunder, and violation of the country's anti-torture laws. And you know what they say, you reap what you sow. So, Arroyo, there you go. And in a not so surprising turn of events, one of the Supreme Court justices appointed by former President Arroyo is now being impeached. Chief Justice Renato Corona is being charged with betrayal of public trust, violation of the Constitution, and graft and corruption. Iloilo Representative Neil Tupas Jr. said, "We are accusing him of betraying the public trust because of a track record of bias and partiality in cases involving former President Arroyo. We are accusing him of culpable violation of the Constitution when he failed to disclose his statement of assets, liabilities, and net worth." 188 congressmen signed an impeachment complaint drafted by the Committee on Justice. Well over the 95 signatures needed. Right now, all they have are accusations. To really impeach him, they need to have more than just 188 signatures. If they can't get the proof that's necessary, they are definitely liable for defamation of character. And in less political news, air crash investigators of the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines now have the engine of the ill-fated cargo plane that crashed over the weekend that left 14 people dead and several injured. The six-seater cargo plane Queen Air plunged into rows of shanties, exploding on impact and causing a fire that gutted a 2,000 square meter section of the slum that stands on either side of an open sewer. The pilot, co-pilot, and a third person on board were killed, and the other fatalities were residents who died in the inferno that destroyed dozens of simple dwellings. Investigators are still piecing together the cause of the crash. And today I would like to introduce a new segment to the Hello Filipino show I call Bitch, Where's My Money?
Where's my money? You gonna give me my money? Where's my money, man?
This segment will highlight the government's blatant corruption and overall misuse of your money, and mine too. And the first highlight of this segment is Philippine President told, "We can't eat warplanes." Ardent critics led by the left-leaning Fisherfolk Alliance, Pamalakaya, asked President Benigno Aquino if starving Filipinos can be fed with warplanes which the Philippine government would buy next year from the United States. Pamalakaya National Chairman Fernando Hiccup said, "What our people want is a comprehensive program to fight extreme hunger and poverty all over our country." How come Mr. Aquino is responding to this collective and legitimate demand with fighter planes from Barack Obama? Now we have President Aquino spending millions of taxpayers' money to buy fighter planes instead of addressing joblessness, poverty, and across-the-nation hunger and disposition. What kind of priority is this? And on a side note, these warplanes will cost more than the country's health and educational services. The Philippines has also recently bought a U.S. Hamilton-class U.S. Coast Guard cutter. And sources say the ship is also not edible.
You got till 5 o'clock. You hear me? You got till 5 o'clock.
You freaking psychopath!
Clean yourself up.
And wrapping up all of today's stories is the International Monetary Fund. Yes, the same people that fund all the oligarchs and dictators. The 25-page working paper, The Determinants of Economic Growth in the Philippines, A New Look, compared the Philippines to 23 emerging markets for the period of 1965 to 2008 to analyze the factors behind per capita GDP growth in the Philippines. A previous study noted that in the 1950s, the Philippines had the second highest per capita GDP in Asia. Today, its Southeast Asian neighbors Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, and Vietnam are described as high-performing economies that are targeting first-world statuses, while the Philippines was operating on a low-growth trajectory. Among the factors blamed for the country's weak economic performances were weak agricultural productivity, high government debt, for example, like purchasing warplanes and battleships, low public, private, and foreign investment, weak research and development spending, low spending on education, I think we highlighted that earlier, lackluster tourism, relatively high economic inequality, high corruption, strong population growth, and more episodes of financial crises and political uncertainty. The study said that in order for the Philippines to catch up with its East Asian counterparts, the Philippines would need to maintain macroeconomic stability, expand its fiscal space, and redirect public spending to agriculture, infrastructure, and research and development. Of course, the oligarchs that run the country have a different opinion, or they just have a different agenda. And that's it for our show today. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to us. Also, check out our other channels. And if you'd like to know more about the topics we talked about today, all of the links are in the description box below. And today's Forex for $1 US is at 43.45 pesos.